guys, so I have the 1985 Yamaha Trike in the garage today, and we're going to be working on this bike a little bit. I got a new coil that I'm hoping will fit on this machine, and I kind of had a small little problem that I was changing out the spark plug and I kind of punctured my radiator hose. So we'll be looking into that, seeing if I can do something to kind of remedy that, because next week I will be in Happy Camp, California, riding this machine up in the hills somewhere out there. So I need to make sure this thing is in tip-top shape and ready to go. So let's start tearing into this bike.
If you enjoy this content, be sure to hit that like button. And if you're brand new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to have to do is remove all the plastics, so let's get started on that.
I am who I'm meant to be. I am who I'm meant to be. Over and out again. My future needed clarity, so I could see how you react, how you react to me.
Okay, so for you guys that are just watching these videos because you're curious about the Yamaha Trike and you've never actually owned one of these bikes before, you don't really know much about these bikes, probably one of the coolest things about this bike is the gas tank is located in the rear. So that means this is the first top mount airbox that Yamaha ever did. So let's go ahead and pull this plastic shroud off and I'll show you what I'm talking about. There it is. That's the airbox lid. Air filters right here. Kind of dirty. Not too bad, but I probably should clean it. So let's go ahead and pull this and get this out of the way.
Remember the start, when my future needed clarity. Yes, I needed clarity, so I could see how you
Okay. Okay, so this is going to be the first time that I get a really good look at this coil and compare it to my brand new coil. What I'm going to do is clean these contacts down in here and just make sure I have a really good connection. But let me get the camera in just a bit closer so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the coil. This is the stock Mitsubishi coil for this bike. And this is the aftermarket coil that I got. And you can see it's a pretty close match. And my suspicion is that this coil is getting kind of weak. So that's probably why this bike doesn't really want to rev out. I checked the spark. I get kind of orange spark, which is telling me that it's not performing correctly. So I believe it's something with the ignition system. Pull the cap. I'm just going to use a 10mm and get right on in here. Before I take that one off all the way, I'm just going to unplug this. There we go. Okay, so there's that coil. Like I said, OEM Mitsubishi coil, and you can even see down in here it's starting to rot out pretty bad. So probably a good thing I'm changing out this coil. I will be We're using the boot here on the end, and these just unscrew. So there we go, got that. And before I throw on this brand new coil, I want to make sure that I clean up these little mounting spots for the coil really good with some sandpaper. Okay. So like I said, this just screws on. And if you guys are wondering, I'm gonna put a link in the description below of this coil. I just got this coil off Amazon, it was really cheap. It's a direct match to the Tri-Z coil. So yeah, if you guys are interested and you need a coil, this is the one. Let's see. Suppose I'm not in there. Yeah. That guy. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be too long. Go ahead. Pull this guy back off. I suppose right around there will work nicely. There we go. Okay, fits on there pretty good. I think I'll do the job, but let's skip forward a little bit and move on to my other problem. So you probably noticed there's a little bit of coolant coming down because there's a pinhole right up in here. And what I'm gonna do for now is undo this clamp, chop this, move it down and clamp it again. So let me go ahead and get this bike ready to drain the coolant, and we'll get that repaired, and hopefully I'll be able to make my trip to Happy Camp, California. Okay, so here's the solution I have. It's kind of silly, but I got a water bottle, and I'm just gonna take this down here. I'm gonna reuse this fluid because, let's be honest, it's kind of expensive. Yeah, I think that'll work. If anything, I'll make a mess and you guys can laugh about it later. Alright, so here's where I'm at. I got this line up on the bench, and it's definitely seen better days. Let's see, right there, you can see right where it was punctured, up in here. So I'm going to chop it off right here, clamp it up here. If anybody knows where I can get a silicone hose kit for 85 Yamaha Tri-Z, please drop me a link. I would love to know where I can get a silicone hose kit, because these are probably 30 years old. They might be the original hoses for the bike. So I'm going to go ahead and chop this and get this to work for now, but hopefully I can get a replacement in the future. easy enough. Throw that back on there. Throw it back on the bike, and hopefully I can get a solid clamp and keep this from leaking. Okay, so I'm just going to get in here and wipe this off for a minute. And, yeah. Okay. And this plug hasn't been in there for too long. Okay, so it's definitely a bit on the wet side, definitely rich. This plug hasn't been ran too much, but I'm changing out the plug anyways. The reason being is I'm going with one of these NGK plugs, and there's the plug right there that I'm using. Previous plug is a BPR6ES. Current plug is going to be a BR8EG. So I'm going to be running one of these. And the reason I'm doing this is because there at the Eugene motocross track, when I was running one of these plugs, this bike ran amazing. So I think it's worth the money to step up and get the racing plug for this machine. Go ahead and throw that down in there. Alright. I'm just going to go ahead and tighten that down. Okay. Throw this guy back on. Hopefully it doesn't leak anymore. That'd be nice. Other thing too is it looks like my thermostat housing's coming loose. So that's something I need to address. Okay, so it's completely pitch black out here almost. Good thing I live in the country. That's all I have to say. Pull out my plug. For a minute, and then I'm going to go back and put more antifreeze in here. I'm just running it to get the coolant to run through the system and draw it in. Okay, so I got the system kind of bled, so it's full on coolant. Down here, don't see any coolant coming out, so that's already a nice start. Can't really tell if the system's pressurizing at all. Haven't had it running that long. But with the new coil, it does seem like it runs really good, so I highly recommend this coil. I will post a link in the description below. So let's go ahead and start throwing all the stuff back on this bike and basically get ready to go to Happy Camp. Well, seems like the bike is running really good now, so that makes me happy. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos of Yamaha Tri-Z, please hit that like button, and if you're brand new here, please subscribe. Well, anyhow, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.